Hi everyone, Gary O'Neill. Welcome back to N2ITIV Solutions. And today's post, the name is Be Careful Who You Work With. And it really got me thinking about a incident that we had, me and MJ, in our first company. And we were a small company just starting out. I think we were a few years old. And we had made the move from our college to actually a real business in LA. And we weren't quite big enough to produce our goods overseas yet. And we had to really focus on LA being kind of where we executed all of our product. And of course, it was a little bit more expensive because we were producing domestically, but it had some benefits in us being able to, look at our product and be able to kind of manage the process a lot better because we could just drive to the factory and make sure things were okay. But, the one thing that we did kind of make a huge mistake on was we weren't really diligent on who we were working with. So once we got there and got, settled in, we went to the factory, gave them the product that needed to be assembled. And, a couple days later, I went back to kind of see how the progression was going. And I walk into a dark factory with people sitting there. And I'm saying to myself, maybe when they go on break, they cut the lights off to save energy. I couldn't figure out exactly what was going on. And then I finally spoke to the manager there and they said, well, one of their clients didn't end up paying them. So now they couldn't pay their utility bill or their electricity bill, and now that they can't do the work. So I was stuck in a position being a new business owner of having to come up with money to pay them to get their lights on. And eventually, obviously, I had to pay them to make the product. And I thought to myself, that would be the most ridiculous thing to have to tell an account that, and obviously I wouldn't tell them this, but I'm just saying this to myself, that the reason I couldn't ship you on time was because our factory couldn't pay their utility bill. How ridiculous would that have sounded, to an account? So it was a big learning lesson in kind of understanding who you're working with. And you want the people that you're working in to have a vested interest in your success. Because if they really take that position, they'll understand that on the back end, they're going to be traveling with you along that success, and they're going to reap the benefits of that success. And those are the people that you really want to work with. And we learned that the hard way. I mean, we were late, but we still were able to, keep the account. But it was a vital lesson in making sure that we, really paid attention to who was executing our stuff, because they were the last line of us being successful. I mean, after that, it was about shipping product and getting paid and all those things. So we really need to pay attention to who's doing work for us and not sacrifice one stitch of quality or design when we're doing our work and having other people do our work. So nice little short post for you guys, but it's something that it does happen. It's one of those nightmares that can happen. So really be careful and diligent on who you're working with. See you next time.